Hey guys, I totally didn't forget that stream was supposed to start.
Definitely
Oh my
danger.
god! Oh my god! Slapster and Fallen! Thank you so much! That's a lot! Oh my goodness! You just kinda dropped it, didn't you? Oh my goodness! What are you guys doing? You're just dropping things all over the place. Oh my goodness! I guess I haven't streamed in a while, that's why. That might be why. I'm sorry I haven't streamed in a while, by the way. Things got very busy after spring break, and honestly, kind of through spring break, a lot of things happened. I've been a little stressed. I haven't streamed as much because I'm stressed. Yeah. I definitely didn't forget that A-309 was happening today. It definitely didn't happen. I would never forget that roleplay is today. I wouldn't do that. How would I do that? Right. Need to save the train. Yeah, the train hasn't been running in a while, I suppose. Get the layout. Oh, there you go. There we go, hi! Okay, just close that. Okay. Let's go to A-309. Totally didn't forget. Yeah. Well, I've been somewhat consistent going to A-309 lately. I think. Have I not? Are you not entertained? Also, I'm sorry if you hear the fan at all today. My old fan, my fan I've been using for years, it broke. So I'm having to use the even older fan because this one is really old. I've had it for like more than 10 years. It doesn't have any legs and it's noisy as shit. So I'm sorry if you hear it. I can't do anything about it. I'm just gonna be like, A3's running a Minecraft server right now. A3's running a Minecraft server right now. I can't hear you. Yeah, it's way better than me overheating. Yeah, my fan broke up with me. She stopped working. She just kind of started to like, not, like, it turned on fine, but the blades aren't moving. And if I start to move the blades, they'll really slowly move. So I think the motor's conked on it. Go find my friend. Where's my friend?
It was a pleasure again tonight. Yeah.
Sure, I enjoyed the talk.
I don't know if she's here.
I wish I was.
Well, that's a sight for sore eyes. If anything,
I don't think Rona is here.
pardon me for a moment. It's obvious.
Yeah, no, I know you'd like it. That's
What?
just...
No. No.
It's written all over his face.
It's probably a good thing to go a little outside. Encourages seek behavior.
Yeah. We should just start calling Marcus a
By the
fox
way,
and pass
hold
him.
on. It just occurred to me. You might not know. You know the text, right?
I'm gonna make an asset.
Yes. Yeah. So if you ever get if the bad shit happens and they come in and kick our door in and start fight, you can fight them, but just don't get close when they actually do that, because like the containers that house the microorganisms that actually drive the entire like chassis, if that gets on you, it will turn you into a Vex chassis, and you don't want that.
I'm aware of this. I do not intend to engage them in close range combat. At worst, I'll fire at them with my shotgun.
Oh, hey, A3. How's it going?
Hello. I am operational and happy.
That's awesome.
Hello.
I found some diamonds earlier. That was really cool.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the island the Rust Bucket, the A-309 people have settled on is like, it has no diamonds. Like, none. Like, underneath it. It's bare. We're playing Minecraft.
I am running a server on my system.
Oh, you are the one running the Minecraft server. Understood. I've heard many people speak of this.
If
I
you
am Minecraft, by
would,
the way. Continue.
it is good to meet you. If you would like an invitation, I may reopen them soon, as the server is performing appropriately now.
I do not know what Minecraft is.
It is
It's
a
a
video
survival
game.
game.
Oh, we have, myself and Clutch have played video games before.
This one is a world comprised of different blocks, which you can build with. There are also beings to fight, and realms to
Nice day.
explore.
It is very true.
What are you doing? You're gonna report that this time? Where you just gonna just keep on doing that? I wonder if I need to look into making something of meditation, so to speak.
I heard a screeching sound.
Yeah, it's so quiet here without that. I feel a bit sad.
But to update, by the way, the server is going well. People have been playing. I'll probably at least give y'all a little picture of some of the stuff that people have been building. Joel was very kind and donated a little bit of money so that we could upgrade the RAM, because the RAM, it was not enough, it was bad. So now we have the max amount of RAM that G-Portal lets you have for a server, which is 18. It still lags a little bit for some people, but I haven't had as much issue.
That's the bees I think that they were chasing. The rat flying
A
one.
little bat.
No.
A little bat.
No, that's not a prank. It can get you. It can get a lot.
Pretty sure.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
What the hell was that?
Did you shoot at that thing?
Bat creature got it.
Yeah,
And a lot of birds and bows, and you just go. And you just, experience what's out there to see.
Oh, land dwellers. Can't believe I'm saying that from a fellow sister, to be fair. But...
Come another time.
yeah. You know, last week I left
No. Probably not. I'm gonna say no. Because I didn't come last week, and I didn't play A3 the week before.
I'm going in touching shop.
I don't know.
You're right, the noise in here is pretty intense though.
They're dangerous. They like a little knife, and they right
Yeah.
top of their lungs, and then they try and kill you with
Thankfully.
their little daggers. Squirrels are dangerous.
I still will never fucking forget
The day I realized that's the fucking sound your legs make and how fucking crazy I was going.
Run up a tree and count the tree, rip its throat out.
Yeah.
Look at me sitting in the meat rack going, who the fuck keeps cocking a shotgun around me? Meanwhile, there's just you going,
It is just his little feeties.
yes, it's his. You need to get this like tuned up or something, like tighten up the bolts
I mean, it's just
or
a matter
something.
clinking against the floor.
Get some like socks or something. I don't know.
Do you really look at my feet? Do you think I can wear socks?
He will tear right through them.
Ragnar.
He has grippers of iron.
I don't know, Ragnar. I could see you wearing some like gym socks. I don't know. Just put some effort into it. And you can't say comfort's an issue. I highly doubt you feel anything down there.
A couple of days. Or that's
In a
like so many
couple of
socks.
days, you can get like 10 socks in one pack. We'll be fine.
That's money.
Yeah, look at my clothes. Do I look like I'm made out of money? Mr. I work for a corporation.
Oh my god, don't you pull the corporate card on me, Ragnar.
I certainly will, you guys.
I can't fucking believe this. Man, you know what? I don't need to be taking this from a ganger. You know what?
Fuck you, I'm a former officer of the law. Show some fucking respect.
Oh, even worse. Upset. Great. Can't believe I'm talking to a cop.
How many do you want? They're out in the open.
I should get some.
The donut in half.
Or might.
Message from.
Usually coffee and donut taste really good together.
Alright. Alright, well, I guess I gotta go spin the tower again. And hope I don't have to shoot anybody. Take care, Ragnar.
Oh yeah, you can be I was trying to say, I guess I can
You know, her legs being a little more squished, honestly, probably isn't a big deal. I might just have it tracked from head from now on, so that it doesn't always make me squish down when I walk.
No, it's for buying.
Call a plant out in Nuka World had a big fucking radiation leak.
I want to buy that weapon they have.
Which one?
Hello? Yeah, I have. Yes. For the Minecraft server. Hello. Hello. Spooky baby.
Friend of hers, a family member, got taken, and I'm just here to help as best I can. She did me a solid. I'm here to return the favor.
Alright, Liz?
There's a black and white sun studding from the door.
I'm a Valenti, and one of us is taken, so that's why I'm here. I guess.
Hey, what you?
Also, fuck the Vex.
Mm-hmm. Aeon's good.
Oh.
My name is Vic. Next.
I'm coming out of work, doing a meeting about the facts.
Yeah, everyone knows why I'm here. I've done enough.
We do. Alright, come on, so start.
He is a friend. I am a grand supporter of the Hive. Anything that goes against them will go against me, so I will stand against the Vex and tear them down one piece at a time.
There you go. Wow.
Yippee.
Hi. I introduced myself in the comms before. Hi, I'm Vesper. I'm Bucky's partner.
Hello.
And I just want to get my guy back.
Alright. I'm Marge, leader of the Valentes, and dear friend of Bucky. That's why I'm here. Nathiel, who's blending into my lap.
Hello, I'm Naphiel. I don't have a drinking problem, I got it kind of figured out. But anyway, I like Bucky, he's my friend, I want to rescue him, and yeah.
There you go. And then...
Little bear. Is he a little bear outfit? Oh.
Are you asleep? No, your eyes are just closed. Okay.
No. I'm sorry. Bucky's one of my best friends. I miss him a lot.
And you salute her.
No.
She is a mob boss.
We missed?
Yeah.
I'm Asmo. I've known Bucky for a very long time, since he looked very different. Since he moved in the garage. I'm a VRCRP security member. I even helped him get together with Vespa over there, that's how long I know him. So I miss him very much. He has made most of the equipment. Vespa, don't correct me. He's made most of the equipment that I'm using, and I just want it back as quickly as possible, and I don't want to lose anyone else.
Seems like a better meeting for.
I think that's everyone.
Yeah,
we got these two here.
Introduce themselves.
I don't do public speaking. You know this.
Too bad. Too
Just say your name, and if Bucky's just your friend, then say I'm here because Bucky's my friend and I want him back.
I don't do public speaking.
Okay,
You're doing it right now, just by saying that.
Because she cares about Bucky and wants to get the.
I don't like it.
All right.
And
You designation is A-309. I am with the Valentes.
Alright.
Alright. Then I'm gonna get this meeting started.
There you go. Look at that timing. You just came in perfect. Say your name and why you were here. Or just quickly doing introductions.
River is probably a little more relevant to the story, but River isn't
knows primarily who I am, but
really strong enough to deal with things.
My name's
yet.
Maury, and I'm a Valente.
But also,
There you go.
River isn't
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna grab the speaking stick for a moment.
I can't
gathered
just
everybody here
randomly
because
show up
Bucky's been missing. A lot of us know Bucky, and I would assume a lot of us want Bucky back as quickly as possible. I know that there's some people here that know a lot about the facts, and there's some people here, like myself included, that found out Bucky was missing 1 week ago because nobody tells me shit. Which,
Well, he
fair.
went missing about 1 week ago.
Please, let's not interrupt each other. I'm not managing this, but let's not interrupt each other so we can get information across as fast as possible. I'm here, get it to all of you. Get it all of you, so we can ask questions to, for example, Mitrax over here, Ethan, Vic, who
No,
was
that
in this spot, and
there's
Maury.
it makes sense for
I'm gonna
A3
say
to
one
decide
thing.
to come
If I
here,
see a
but
single one of you try to go
he's
solo,
like, oh,
I'm gonna
it might have been better for
put
River to
my
be here.
fist so far up your ass.
Like, actively trying to get River involved in this.
Wild.
My fist so
On a
far up your
Friday?
ass, you're gonna be like talking like a muppet. That's what's gonna happen. So if someone goes solo anywhere, that's what you get to expect, okay? So let's talk about the facts. Talk about what we know about the facts. Talk about their weaknesses, because I know a couple things. Talk about what we have on Bucky, what we don't have on Bucky. And that's it. So let's just go one by one, because then I think might be the best. And if you don't know anything, you can just skip. Okay? Is that good?
Yep.
And we can ask questions, of course. Alright?
Sounds good.
I have a question. Take that first. Hold on.
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
Try to stay
I hate
focused,
you guys so
everyone. Try to stay
much.
focused.
Lock in.
I apologize. What were we doing again?
We're talking about the facts. You know a lot about the facts.
We're going with the information.
if you could-
Kind of make sure everyone understands what the Vex are and what we're up against right now. and what we know.
So if you could a general description of the effects and their weaknesses, then it would be helpful.
Of course. As I have prior stated, I am likely the most knowledgeable out of all of us here regarding the Vex. Their technologies, their strategies. I have studied them for a long time, alongside the Vanguard, the leading force within my realm that is tasked with destroying the Vex and pushing back the darkness. The Vex, in particular, are a tricky sort, but what we've come to learn about them through time and experience is they are time-traveling, realm-hopping, dimension-walking synthetic entities, known best for invading locations, potentially capturing both physical and subconscious minds and placing them in prisons outside of time and space, and operating to create a finalized shape of all things. They see a reality that none of us do. One in which every world is a machine, built to produce more of their kind. They will stop at nothing to see this reality brought to fruition. They will sacrifice as many as they need and take as many lives as possible. Anyone who does not agree with their finalized image is to be ripped from the picture. As such, they cannot be reasoned with, and more importantly, cannot be allowed to live. Their very existence is a jeopardy on our world and yours. And now, after following Ethan, they have come to collect and take even more. They have already begun to do so with the remains of the prior establishment behind this one. Main weaknesses to the Vex in particular are void energies, a kind of elemental substance found within my realm, made of cosmic energies and paracausality. These are energies that violate typical laws and rules of space, as it were. Wielded by Guardians mainly, but their energies have been harnessed time and again and placed into weapons. Utilizing them against the Vex is most efficient. However, another key thing about the Vex that is most useful is a core. This is known as a radiolarian core, and is typically stored within the abdomen region of a Vex. Radiolaria acts as the brain and the heart. It is the central... Where did you get that?
Where did you get that?
Found it.
I think that's the most sound I've
Do
ever
not lie.
heard.
I found it in a Vex body. That was dead.
I
We
suppose
killed it.
that's more...
Ethan, you saw
They
me.
ripped it off of a... I know where they got it from. They got it off of a gate lord that we tried taking down and getting the eye of,
To
but
anyone who doesn't know what it looks
it
like,
shot
it's like a
itself
big
in
white shiny
the head and removed its eye.
Oh. To continue on, radiolarian cores are the heart, the mind, and the control center of a Vex. If it is destroyed and shattered, the body falls limp. They no longer have control over it and cannot puppeteer their chassis. However, make no mistake, radiolaria is
there's
not a substance
someone.
to be toyed with.
These walls are thick enough, they shouldn't be nice though.
Dangerous.
Oh, brick.
To touch it
So we should be...
burn your skin down to the bone, and I would not recommend consumption of it. I know some of you are curious. but
Are
I
they
assure
invited
you-
to the meeting? Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna be with my partner.
Okay.
Delayed.
Harry.
So, somewhere. Fine. Continue where you at, Mason.
I understand some of you may be curious, but I assure you radiolaria is not to be toyed with, or drank, or consumed for any reason. It will kill you. Plain and simple. And into a Vex, which is also dangerous. Please do not consume radiolaria. Any samples you have that you are not sure you can carefully dissect and study, please give them to me. I know very well how to operate with these substances, I assure you. Currently, as far as intel and information goes regarding Bucky's potential whereabouts, the prison he is held within is outside of time as we know it. It is within my realm, but it is separate from time and space. This is a construct the Vex are able to create on their own. But I believe there can be a way in which we can enter. The insertion point would probably be somewhere on the surface of Mercury, a planet in my realm transformed by the Vex. Within it, they have a large gateway that leads into a place known as the Infinite Forest, a grounds they utilize for simulation, a planet-wide simulacrum utilized to simulate worlds, realities, and possibilities. They use this as a trial and error system to see what is the best combination to succeed in their final reshaping of all worlds and all realms as we know it. By utilizing the simulation and toying with it, we may be able to break into his prison cell and rescue him. But as far as information and further details on that go, the actual execution of it, I'm afraid I'm a bit slim for details. I'm still collecting information as I go, and, well, I need actual approval to study the door on Mercury that leads into the forest, and to get you there as well if you've any desire to aid him. So for the moment being, I only have that information on the actual saving of him. But I assure you it will not be an easy task. The Vex, as dangerous a species as they are equally secure in their systems. It will take some doing, and a good deal of slaughtering, and collecting of their important parts, to venture further into their simulation and find your dear friend. That is all I have in the way of basic information, but I can answer a good deal of questions, I assure you.
Alright, does anyone have any questions? Nick?
What
I am
priority parts
actually
do we
looking
need to try to
today.
collect? Something tells me that the
I haven't
what are
taken
they
a shower
called?
yet.
Goblins and stuff like that probably won't have jack shit that we need, but specifically, are there specific
Here.
units we should keep our eyes out for? And what parts should we
So the
prioritize
plan
of
was to shower
preserving?
after this. So I was about to get in the shower, and then I realized, oh, it's V09.
Hierarchy. Those who are allowed to walk freely between different areas typically restricted to either rank and file or to utilize Gate Lords or Hydra. Gate Lords are powerful Vex minds. They hold a great deal of information, access codes. Think of them as a key, or a very important person who is allowed to traverse freely between certain designated areas. The eye within them is most important. It carries all of the data and the key to the metaphorical lock we will have to open to traverse further into their simulations. They are extremely important. Hydras are minds, walking computers. Technically, all of the Vex are this, but think of Hydras on a much larger scale. A supercomputer, in fact. They carry a good deal of intel and information. However, they are difficult to defeat, hardy, and their parts are delicate. And so dealing damage to their chassis sometimes results in, well, parts which we can no longer make use of. They too are useful in obtaining the keys we require to venture forward, but they are a far more delicate sort. If you cannot dispatch them carefully, do not bother at all. We may as well kill them, then get it over with, and pray for a Gate Lord to make itself known to us, as opposed to hunting Hydra after Hydra to no avail.
Amari, did you have a question?
Particularly with their cores, you said their abdomen, is that the same core as the information thingy, or is that a different?
Yeah,
They are
smelly.
different. The radiolarian
Mostly,
core can
my
be
hair is greasy.
picked apart by its white glow, and it rests within the abdomen. The core
My hair's been greasy more easily lately, but that might be because I've been actually exercising.
Within their head. Removing both the eye and the CPU is most suggested. That is specifically in their head. However, naturally, place too much damage upon their optic and their overall head, and, well, we would be destroying the very data bank we hope to seek. And so, careful, precise work, preferably.
Do you have any preference, or do they have? Oh, sorry, I'll let him go first.
Conrad, question as well.
No, mine can wait.
Dom,
should I go
you
over
had a
my
question?
information?
You saw your hand?
So is it possible to rip off the head without breaking it, or no?
It's a difficult task. I would recommend the utilization of knives or tools.
I have extremely thin hair.
Tearing the head off could result in numerous.
My mother and my sister have very thick hair, but I got real thin at my grandmother's.
Substantial amounts of damage are sensed on the head or neck region, to even potentially breaking what you seek to pull off. The Vex are made of very delicate, intricate parts. They almost have a shell-like carapace made of metal. As such, metal is intertwining like a puzzle piece. By ripping something off, it could very well tear something else asunder, ruining what we seek to capture. A surgical removal is best.
Okay.
No.
Something surgical.
No.
So I don't just drive into them.
Who's doing funny?
You can see to ask questions later. That's see to ask questions later.
I see. Yeah, just sit down and listen, and we can bring you up later. I see 2 hands over there.
Nothing's changed. There you go. I just don't know if one day it's just gonna stop, you know?
Pick a spot and sit.
You
Sit on the floor, sit on a beanbag, just sit somewhere.
There's no way that we can find a way to clone what we need, right? Pin one down. Don't have to extract. That way, less risk.
700.
By attempting to clone or recreate what we require, it would be an extremely complex science, which may very well take years to craft and perfect and understand, time which we naturally do not have. Additionally, the cloning of
I have to. Well, you're supposed to shampoo more than once. I have to shampoo usually twice.
Every
That's it.
Vex you kill is part of a long string of time being woven into existence. By attempting to create a copy of what already ceased to exist, could very well cause catastrophic complications.
That's a very fun idea.
You've seen me die.
Vic, ask you a question.
It's a little bit twofold.
5 minutes.
That's fine. It's a little bit twofold. So the Gate Lord that we tried to take down and beautifully failed to extract parts from, I was watching it pretty closely because I don't have the fucking tools to take these things down. I have a thermal blade and fucking laser guns, for God's sake. My bullets were bouncing off the fucking thing. 2 main things. The only thing that seems to be really powerful enough to really slam through it and destroy a lot of it is its own weapon. Has a huge, very glowing white cannon on it. It used it to blow its own head off whenever we tried to extract the piece from it. I think if we do fight one, we need to destroy that part first. Basically removes the chance of it being able to actually blow its own head off. But on top of that, the backside of it's where the weak point is. Anytime I've seen a Vex die or someone destroys that core, the thing instantly goes off.
You're actually
it has
like
no time to react, no time to do anything. It dies on the spot. The only thing that I can see to be logical for us to be able to take one down and actually secure it. Shut the fuck up, Cars. The only thing that I see that could be doable is for us to take out the arm and then immediately make sure that we prioritize destruction of that core. The moment it notices that it's going weak is the moment that immediately it's going to delete everything. So we have to prioritize coordination in an attack, making sure that once it falls down on a knee and has to try to repair itself, we get around behind it, which back is where the weak point is, and then immediately blow it up with as much force as we can. It's the only thing I can see logically of being able to take one of these things down without them killing themselves, which they're very confident to do.
Wait, Maury?
It does seem, based off that observation, that our friends are learning. They are growing wiser, and they seek to destroy their own cores to prevent us from gaining the necessary information we require. As such, do keep it in mind, not every Gate Lord looks the same. They all have different construction. Ethan, I'm sure you've seen different variations of one. They all have their own purposes. There are some Gate Lords which match the description you've placed, in which
I shampoo while it's still wet, and then I can't conditioner while it's still wet. But I'll sometimes use a
blow
leave-in
their own
conditioner.
cores out. As such, following his
curl
strategy would be
definition.
most opportune.
I also let my hair air dry though.
Very
'cause
wise. However, other
it doesn't curl if I dry it with the hair
only
dryer.
able to hold a torch hammer
This is
is
very
what they
delicate.
refer to it as. They would be likely a lot less capable of destroying themselves. Different plans for different Gate Lords is what I am presenting. Be watchful, be mindful. It is through these actions and through careful consideration
use a
of the
diffuser
steps
to
to
dry
take
it,
them
but
down.
I hate
Be
using
able
a
to
diffuser.
succeed most efficiently.
Takes so
Maury, you had your hand up?
So, with tech and everything that I've discovered about it so far, with how alien it is in nature, as stated before, replicating or copycatting is not going to be an option. But using what pre-exists definitely is an option. I've messed with some of the tech here and there, and it's very much functional. It can be modified and can be used for different purposes. However, in saying as such, it is just as risky to modify something that literally changes the fabric of reality than it is to change ammunition type. A gun. It can be extremely complicated in comparisons. And I think
have a
one of the
diffuser.
ways that we
I just don't like
can
using
definitely track down Bucky is by
it takes too
using
long.
said tech.
It takes too long to diffuse. I don't want to. But I have one.
I've been in plannings to
And I
go
use
visit
it
an individual
occasionally
named
when,
VRCRP who understands this technology. And I'm hoping
when I
that we
want my
can
hair to look
utilize
really
it in order to track him down.
Because it makes my hair look really nice.
However,
if
I
if
will
use
admit
it.
I've currently been a little bit, what's the word? A loss for time. No, it's more like I pass out randomly currently. I'm not sure what's causing it.
The lapses.
But
yeah, I know why. We can talk about it later.
anyway, going from that information that has occurred due to these lapses might be very important. I've been having these dreams of almost like what seems to be like a manufacturing location.
Black Garden.
Yeah, I've been watching these in my dreams, watching these Vex being fueled with the radio area, whatever you want to fucking call it, and exiting a portal, functioning. Descendants, from what I've learned. And the fact that this is happening and seems to be a current, it seems to be they're becoming more and more active. The ones that were literally deactivated for so long, they're starting to arise again. And I think us doing what we're doing is definitely going to wake up more. And definitely going to cause a bigger fire.
I likely won't.
In their nature. So being prepared as much as possible will be the biggest thing that we need to do. We need to play it smart, not hard.
And I may tell people that I'm going to
nature.
TwitchCon. I might tell y'all that I'm going to TwitchCon, but I am unlikely to ever do a face reveal. Jeffrey! Oh no. Hi! It's just not really.
It's kind of hard to
something I'm interested in.
Really bad. I'd clothing first. So you said their own cannon was the only real effective thing against it. You said.
Well, like you said, different ones, different things we need to look out for. But the one that we fought, its main weapon was this big ass fucking cannon that it had, where it looked like it had radial area floating. I'm saying that right? Radial area.
Yes.
Literally flowing visibly through it, although the glass was. I don't know. That's got to be some tough fucking material. My thermal blade was dinking off it.
They all have effective ways of offering themselves in a short term.
Yeah.
So
They
replicating
also
their
teleport.
technology isn't possible, but
They are interdimensional time traveling machines. If anyone tries to replicate their machines, that's a suicide note that you are making for yourself. That is not a good idea. Not to me.
Focus them right? As in, functions could still be used. What are the odds of using one of these cannons or weapons and using it to take out whatever they've got, stop them from offing themselves and denying us access to the head? Is that
Possibly usable. We definitely have a cannon from one of the thing we called Vex mines. It can be ready to be either prepared for a mech or for a large vehicle in order to really blast it in. But when it comes to the smaller weaponry, I haven't got my hands on it yet. So I wouldn't know.
They have a nasty habit of teleporting when they die.
You reckon
I've
that would work
actually
against
been
them?
collecting the weaponry parts off of wyverns and mines and such. The wyvern that attacked the meat rack 2 weeks ago, I actually ripped one of the cannons off of it, and I've been slowly working with it, as well as the gate lord that we took down in the middle of the forest. I took off a couple of components from its arm cannon, and I've been researching them, working with a couple of other Elixni back at Mithrax's place.
I actually at one point bought a shirt to look like the shirt that is on my character, but I might at some point make a better one.
If Morty is having lapses, I believe that they should bring a couple of other mechanically inclined people on to speak to this Verix person, so that they have backup, and that it can be done properly with assistance, if possible.
Yep, you are not doing that alone.
Let's start on the meeting.
If you seek to speak to VRCRP, he is found on Europa. It is a moon within our world, an extremely frozen-over planet that is crawling with, well, the Elixni, the Cabal, and the Vex. They too seek to transform that planet, naturally, and have done so in small ways, naturally. But Verix is a scribe. He is a well of knowledge as much as I am. He may have information I do not, however, and so I do recommend caution if you go speaking to him, not because he is dangerous, but because his neighbors are less than cooperative.
Right. Mara, you had a question?
I still wanted to talk about the void you mentioned in the columns. Various things. Void, is that the same one? Is that the same energy they use? Is it the same weaponry, or is it different?
They do indeed utilize void energies within some of their weaponry, yes.
Okay. If this void element, it's different. If it's an element itself, you said you could get your hands on some examples for me. Perhaps creating our own ammo types rather than pre-existing technologies. Would that harm them with the void, not their particular tech? Is that going to cause any stream issues?
It should work. Are you suggesting the collecting of Vex inner parts that...
In the very least, if they have changed their policy to allow math for TwitchCon, because they had a policy against it when I went before, but you know that was before 2020, so they might have changed that. Particularly, they might have changed where they allow medical type face masks that don't cover your entire face.
Beings from my realm.
I might wear some of the little My Little Pony ones I have. And then I'll be fairly recognizable, but you won't see my face as much.
And transforming them into armaments or even armor.
Because I do like to keep myself relatively private. That's good. I like to keep myself relatively private of how I look.
More of a punch against them. And so the utilization of their technology against them,
if I had one,
so long as it is done correctly and responsibly, which I've no doubt you and yours can perform, it should aid us in a good way.
We've worked with very volatile things, such as Magitech, for instance. We have a very skilled people and the proper laboratory to work on such things. If you can get us the necessary materials or a way to produce this, we might be able to adjust weaponry for everyone here, based on orders, of course.
So long as you would not mind me working closely with you and yours, at least for the first few steps to inform on the products you'll be dealing with.
You are trusted here, and you are welcome to use my facility and to work with my people.
Very well.
I appreciate you being able to get this information for me. That's all I had to ask. Thank you.
We are all fighting for the same goal, friends. The Vex come from my realm, yes, but I care for worlds beyond my own. If I were to allow this place to flounder and deal with the unknown on their own, I do not believe I could look at myself the same way each morning in the mirror. They are a concern, being here for as much as they are in my own realm. We will work together to purge this threat from your realm once and for all.
I would be like, I don't have a 3D printer, but there's actually a 3D printer on campus that they allow students to use.
Let's recap real quick.
So in theory, I could actually maybe make
In terms of facts, how to deal with them, I remember that, like you said, electricity or like energy-based weapons.
It could be comfortable if I line the back of it with some kind of fabric, like fleece or something. But then it might be hot.
Or somewhat effective. Right.
Electricity specifically should do well. It can short and fry wiring. Heat-based weaponry, such as laser weaponry, will not do well at all. Their armor, as it were, is made specifically to handle high temperatures and those particular pieces of weaponry. In fact, a good deal of the rank and file, save for minotaurs and above, utilize laser weaponry. Hobgoblins utilize snipers with high-caliber laser rounds, and the goblins,
Oh yeah, sad. Plus it wouldn't damage the hair.
Rifle-like laser technology. They are very resistant against this. And Void, as prior discussed, is also an excellent weakness for them. They utilize Void shields as well, but this does not mean they are immune to them. Void has a strength to 2 other elements within my realm, but they're not exactly of major importance for this particular conversation. Either way, Void's weakness will be Void. Utilize what they have as their shielding, and they will crumble.
Maury's got a handbook.
Something I've also realized is anything that has been above a hobgoblin, quick hacks, and anything else involving as such becomes a lot more difficult. I've noticed that involving just doing effects of anything above that to, like, let's say a minute or higher, they seem to just shrug off, especially when it comes to data clusters being large enough to affect them. Now, in saying this, this also means the goblins are the only ones really that can be vulnerable to that sort of thing. But they've got quite literally interdimensional time-worm bullshit, so their network is quite sturdy, beyond belief.
So hacking is difficult.
Extremely.
Ask your question, and then I'm going to continue with the recap, okay?
What about plasma?
Real quick.
That's energy-based.
No. They're not very effective. Terribly
What do you
sorry.
have? Rocket
Well, I
launches
guess I'm
seem
gonna
to be
use my
pretty
fist.
effective.
Explosive.
Launch has more information.
What about pure magic?
Electricity is effective.
Said rocket launchers were
Did you-
pretty effective.
Electricity is effective.
Oh, yes, explosives are extremely effective. The
Looks good.
Guardians employ a good deal of explosives. Constantly. So use them.
I have a question. What about raw magic damage? How do they handle up to magic?
I'm not sure. We
I actually know a
don't
little
have
bit.
Magic where we come from, so I honestly cannot say.
I know a little bit. The Hive doesn't have a lot of information about the Vex, but I'm working together with them because, well, the only way I'm going to be able to get stronger is working together with somebody, so the Vex is who I'm working together with. Back during the times of Crota, technically, what they were doing with magic and stuff also kind of pressed into similar concepts that the Vex both have similar ideals in terms of conquering and claiming. And the magics seemed to work decently well, but then again, Hive magic's a little bit weird compared to normal magic, but for the most part, the two have always kind of been in an equal form stalemate. So it works, just it might vary depending on what you're doing.
Okay, so
It is
requires
worth
further testing.
noting, apologies, friend. It is worth noting Hive magics as well are ritualistic, dark in their nature.
Well, and the eyes on that mask are pretty big. I would just need to use some mesh fabric to hide my eyes behind it. But that's if I went that direction.
It eludes me, especially. So, even taking the information about the Hive's magic and how they...
I'm also not sure if the campus would let me print something so big.
As the humans say. I'm afraid I have little to no information on the actual reaction between the Vex and magics you are all capable of. It's entirely...
Limmy's got a question.
I'll ask you a question real quick.
Larry, are you doing that?
I don't know.
How about acid? That usually melts through armor. Is that high damage?
We've never tried acid, to be honest. We don't exactly have a supply of acid from anywhere, so we haven't been able to try that. But I have heard acid melts metal, so you're more than welcome to try and get back to me with whatever you find useful.
Oh, but I wouldn't touch my eyes.
If you get our hands on some of their armor, we might be able to
You
test
can
it.
touch my eyeballs.
Alright.
I think Osmo has a question.
No, I want to recap this because it's a lot of information which I feel like
Don't touch my eyeballs.
fully remember. So I want to recap it real quick. Okay, so recap about the facts. Heated weapons, no-go. That's a clear no-go. Ballistic weapons and magic as far as we know that it's a fast, effective, fast movement. Electricity-based weapons, void-based weapons, and their own weaponry, which also void-based, seems to be very effective on that. That's correct, right?
Precisely.
Okay. We need different tactics for different Vex units, like the Minotaur, like you said, has like an... Plus the Minotaur that has an autocannon? Arm?
Not Minotaur. We were talking about gatekeepers. Although Minotaurs do actually use a grenade launcher kind of like weapon, so technically, if someone uses a weapon that's explosive, yeah, shoot the fucking arm.
Yeah. Explosive focus is also effective. We need different tactics for different gatekeepers, such as the one that has the autocannon. That's a clear, you shoot the arm off, then you go to the back side, and then you try to secure the eye, because with all of them we need the optics, the eye. Correct?
Precisely. There may come a rare instance in which I will require a radiolarian core. This is purely to power the technology. Once we have been able to capture enough Vex technology to bend it to our will, we will still need something to power it. This is where radiolaria, in small doses, comes in. We can then utilize it as a power source to power what we need. But I assure you, if ever I require a core, I will specifically ask you for it. Otherwise, shoot to kill.
Alright, so... Yeah, and in terms of things that we need from the Vex, we need their cores, we need the eyes, and we need parts of them larger as the weaponry, so we can make our own weaponry to kill that. Correct? The thing I feel like we should focus on right now is first of all the information thing from Farx or whatever his name is that's in fuck Europa or anything. And the other thing is the optics, or well, the eyes, so we can get as much information. With the VEX stack, from what I'm gathering around it, don't fuck with it, and if you do fuck with it, fuck
I'll wait till after the recap, actually.
Yeah, if you do fuck with it with a team, not in your home location, but somewhere safe. That's what I'm gathering from it. Don't try to copy it.
Correct.
Just modifying is apparently safe in that regards. But
an astute observation, yes.
So the goal right now is gather as much information from the optics, the eyes.
I'd consider.
So we can get Bucky back and gather weaponry or parts from them so we can have effective weapons again.
But this is all theoretical.
Everybody agrees on
hands
that?
up?
If I even attempt.
One sec, I just need to everyone to agree that's our goal right now.
Yes.
Correct. Sounds good.
Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, that's my recap. That's questions. You go first.
Where is that coming from?
Question.
I have no clue.
Good talk.
Felix.
That can be sorted out.
Are tricky. They have portals
Don't worry.
and
You can sort it out.
and time phasing technologies. If you step through something on purpose or on accident, you could accidentally be taken to a planet that does not have an atmosphere. Like Venus. You don't want to go to Venus without a rebreather, I assure you. So, I will provide more than enough technology and gear that will interface with whatever you are currently wearing, so you can breathe safely and easily on these planets and handle their atmospheres. As not
Learn
all
about
of
where
us
you're
have
going before you
all
go.
of these resources.
Ethan has a question.
Not really a question, more of a statement. Be very careful, by the way, with the eyes. Unless you're really, really good at, extracting delicate VEX technology, I recommend taking out the entire housing unit of the eye and then bringing it to either Mithrax or myself, or anyone else who takes the time to learn how to delicately take out the eye, so that we can, extract the information without it getting damaged. Because I remember a few times when I first got attacked by the VEX and I started taking out the eyes, most of it got damaged and the information was very spotty at best. So be very cautious with the eyes. It's delicate.
Does everybody understand what housing means in a mechanical sense?
Just rip the rats off.
Yeah.
Take the whole damn thing, basically.
The whole unit.
Gently.
It might be helpful to have some sort of demonstration posted if we're in need of
Probably
that.
be better.
I
Next
can
time there's
get
an
more
eye.
than enough demonstrations.
There you go.
Alright.
I will say Bucky will likely have to do some.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. Unfortunately, this is kind of the part of it where I don't really have a way of exactly helping. I'm not as technically found as a lot of you are. I'm doing some work with the Hive to help garner some better equipment and understanding. I know that you're on that mission too. I'm going to be mostly focusing my efforts on helping them out, trying to work together with the Hive to gain some of this stuff, so that way whenever we can go, I'll be ready to. But unfortunately, I don't really have any way of exactly helping, unfortunately, outside of fighting Vex. So I do care, and I'm here, and I'll be ready to activate and help whenever needed, but my main focus is going to be with the Hive, because it's the only way I have a way of gaining any kind of
They want to do, like,
utility to be able to help.
that's only if I do, like, a meetup.
Understand that not all of you need
If I
to
do
be,
some kind of meetup at TwitchCon, then I will probably try to figure out some kind of way to have myself be recognizable, but not
I'm not as good as
super
I used to be with fighting,
face revealing.
which is exactly
Otherwise,
why
I'll probably just walk around, and if somebody
town.
happens
As
to
we
notice
operation along,
that
those
my
who are
badge says
technologically
Ribbonheart,
gifted amongst us will do the dissecting,
then they notice that my
and
badge
those
says
with the
Ribbonheart.
strength to
It's not a big
prevail
deal.
will crush the Vex underfoot. And then we have our lovely medical
Folks who don't want to have
representatives
face
who will
reveal
help put us
should
back
do that
together.
kind of thing.
But we all have a role
For
to play.
something like
We're all
TwitchCon.
cogs in this war machine to take down the Vex.
And a lot of people go and they don't want their face to be posted anywhere. Like they don't want pictures posted of them with their face, but they don't really care if people see their face.
I would highly suggest that if any missions are to happen, take at least one medic.
I may not particularly care if someone happens to see my face,
Ended up
but I definitely don't want pictures of my face.
In the field.
Particularly
take
to
it
be
one medic,
posted.
That's all I'm asking.
Seconded there.
Yeah. And yeah, and even then, you should probably wear a mask for COVID reasons at any convention at this point.
This is at the end of
Just
our mission.
with COVID and bird flu now, it's good to wear a mask to conventions or any place that's gonna have a fuckload of people.
Because of reasons. Know more about this.
We'll have to talk
I don't want
about it anyway.
I don't want to point you out in front of the group because you don't like them.
Appreciate it.
When Bucky is freed and out of wherever he's been keeping, he will most likely not be, as far as I've gathered, mentally the same for a bit because, well, imprisonment. That's why I invited our lovely Vespa over here, first of all, because that's their significant other, and if my significant other was taken, I would like to know all about it. And second of all, I think Vespa here is the best shot we have at calming him down when we free him.
I can tell you about the prison. That's what I know about it. The inside is pretty endless. They'll keep you in a space for a while, kind of separated.
Yes,
from
exactly.
everything. They'll strip you of all your gear and everything on you, phone.
Mike
weapons,
Wazowski
anything
picks
that can be
only,
used.
absolutely.
Took my hairpin off of me for a while. And then they'll begin beating
I would
you.
just find that funny, to be fair.
To
I would
try
find
and
that
get
hilarious.
information. They'll resort to anything they can. Burning. Limb tearage. It works. And then, when they think they can't get to you that way, they start showing you screens. They show you everyone you know and love, everyone you care about, moving on without you. They take everything they know, and they twist it. So they think that you have been truly abandoned and lost by everyone. Bucky, knowing him on being on the inside, will have to fight his way to the door, because that's what I did when Praetor found me. They will not provide him medical treatment. He will likely be injured when he comes out. And he'll be very disoriented, considering that whole place functions over time. I felt like I was in there for years.
Indeed.
Correct.
Understand that this is no conventional prison. He is not locked away in a cell, playing a damsel in distress. This is a prison of torture. It breaks the body, and then the mind. He will not be whole when he exits. They will assure of that. And they will show him, or perform unto him, as much as they need to break him down. And if we are not fast enough, they will kill him.
He's likely fighting for his life actively. If he's being defiant, they upgrade the torture. They go to extreme means.
You good to hear this part?
Oh, I'm dissociating hard right now. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Okay. Just checking.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be there to help. happen.
What about Flurry?
Indeed.
The thing I'm worried about is not about us being able to help him, is Bucky's able to defend himself even without weapons. Knowing they might have tampered with his cybernetics, he might be violent.
Oh.
I think we can talk
Whoever
about
finds him.
Yeah.
Listen, this is something that needs to be heard. Whoever finds him, if he is too injured that he is unconscious, he is as dangerous as any Vex.
Yep.
And he might lash out at you, unknowing of if you are friend or foe. So if he is unconscious, be careful.
You may need to bring tranquilizers.
Who can
I recommend just bubble him until we can supply something.
I would say this, tranquilizing him probably will not be a good idea for the time being.
Yeah.
Because if you try to sedative him while he is in that state, he most likely will become violent the moment he wakes up. So I recommend if anyone isn't going to be the one to deal with it, I recommend both Vesper and I recommend Powder as well, and any Valentes that are around that he knows his family.
I think it's also perhaps helpful to say that the thing we're worried about is not his biological self, but the synthetic part of him. That's why if you see...
Yeah, that's all it is.
When he takes damage, if he's not conscious, his cybernetics may try to absorb various material around him in order to repair itself.
So don't touch him.
Don't touch him
If you have
you can help
flesh,
it.
learn the hard way. Don't do it. Not a fun
They
experience.
will not engage with you unless you physically engage with it. Keep that in mind.
I'm gonna recap this real quick, and then we can end the meeting. If you guys don't mind.
Yes.
So nobody wants to sit here for like too long. The people that are strong, that can beat the facts. You guys know what is effective, what is not effective. You guys know what parts you need to get and what parts you don't need to get. I just said it earlier. The people that aren't combat inclined or things focus on getting us equipment, working on the tech or whatever, patching up together. Right? People that are getting information via tech or via through people that live like through scribes stuff. Please, for the love of God, bring people with you. If any of you do something alone, you know what's gonna happen. We need to, with this, be really careful with fucking with some of this stuff, especially the equipment part and the people part, because as far as I've seen, if you fuck with effects, they're like roaches, more come, and if you fuck with their techs and technology, they're like roaches, and they show up. Which
if you're on the list,
I
travel
can
in
give
pairs. If you're aware you're on the list, travel in pairs. Please.
Yeah.
Just always travel in pairs, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, that's something you should finally finish off on, by the way. Is the people on the list.
There's a bounty list with certain people on it. We can, if everybody's okay with it, disclose who's all on the bounty list. Those are
Probably
people
do so in the
that
comms.
Remember, if you're not in the comms, tell me later and I'll find you into the comms. Those need to be careful.
Just one
Yes.
more thing. They were able to infiltrate our comms at one point when we had a separate comms, so speaking in person.
That's something I'm working on.
Yeah, but
That's something I'm actually working on currently. I think I have a method that possibly could make sure that it cannot be perceived. But I need to work on it.
The other precaution with that is, try not to fuck around with the fact tech, because I feel that if you fuck around with fact tech around your own equipment, that's likely to happen. Yes.
I've got an idea. What if we used magic comms like paper? Because they can't hack that.
Okay, that's true, that's smart. Let's do that.
That is actually.
I refuse.
Message.
Alright.
We have a
If people
paper
can't do
monster. We
magic.
have 2 of them right here.
I hate fucking magic.
we'll do stuff like that. Well,
seems like the only thing they can't really touch, so we're gonna have to put the fuck up a bit.
we gotta do magic if we want to get brought back then. Alright. Everybody knows what they have to do if they can't fight or they're not technological advanced. God, I hate that word. Everybody on the same page, everybody understands what we need to do and what we don't need to do.
I may have an unconventional idea to solve the issue of comms.
Yes, what's your idea?
I am currently running a server through my systems. Because it is on my systems, it is fairly difficult to connect to. I do not think that they would...
Minecraft. Oh no. Are we going to talk on the Minecraft server?
Minecraft?
Oh my
This might. Hold on, everyone shush. This, I'm gonna be honest, can actually be a really reasonable strategy because why the fuck would they go look in the game?
That is true. So the people not involved in this in the game. It's dangerous to get other people involved who know nothing about this.
No, counter-argument.
I have a concern.
Do the facts even know what the fuck Minecraft is? Because to them it's just another system where they see information.
That's a Mithrax question.
They don't.
The thing that we all did just before we,
Genuinely
I mean, nothing has to be done by text. There is audio.
Works.
I can zoom back in again.
What is this sparkly thing I keep seeing?
I don't know.
Why not? Lovely idea that the file full stack. Finnegan, say your piece, then you say your piece, and then we can end the meeting. Alright?
First of all, barely know what Minecraft is and have never played it, so me communicating through that would be very difficult.
I can fix that.
You just type into it.
Second of
Not
all,
doing the Minecraft part.
There's a huge trash can outside.
It would be funny.
Second of all, back when I was a part of Militech, the way we would communicate through comms that were not either the safest or had been compromised despite as secure as they were, we would communicate in very specific phrases and jargon. Only certain people would understand what's being said, while the people that had compromised communications would not understand anything of what's being said.
If we do have communications that are compromised, we could also try disinformation, try and give them the wrong, make them think that we're looking into something else.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I do have a legitimate idea. Can I share it?
Right.
Okay. Alright, this is going to need my buddy for this.
Oh boy, we're showing everyone.
You sure about this?
Well,
if it is about the comms, I feel like we could just do the papermancy.
I think it's easy. It's just holding a piece of paper.
I trust everyone here.
It's easier.
Okay, it's your choice.
Oh.
It goes without saying, any information here should be considered confidential unless we agree to share it with other people.
Adeptus, how possible is it for us, in order to make quite literally a mind-based encryption for comms? So the only way to, in any sense, to perceive even the comms existing is being the individual itself.
That's possible. The only issue with that is that some of us here are not mentally capable of it.
That is true. How capable would it be for both someone with just a sapient mind being the key?
I need your help.
Turn not to be in the way.
Yeah, they get a sample of our tech, they can just start simulating it over and over and over and over and over and over again.
What I'm talking about doesn't involve specifically tech.
You're talking
It involves organic matter, psionics.
You said a tech-based comm system that relies off of the mental presence of others knowing about it.
Mori has to suggest we try the big Nazi thing instead.
We should also talk about this a bit more.
Literally all you have to do is just like write on the paper and
we're doing
The great thing is that only the person you give it to can read it. It's very nifty and very useful.
Options been taken. Meeting's over. That was the last statement. We cool with that?
That's the last statement.
Yeah.
I will continue to look into things as on my side, but if you run into any technology or further questions, I am connected to the communications we are using. Feel free to throw whatever you desire my way, and I will attempt to help as best as I can.
Esmo, Rio, Mori, can you guys stay behind?
If there's anybody who wants a communication paper, just come up to me and I got you.
I'm down here. I just need to get away from
That's fine.
It's psionic based, so like when you hold it, you can read it, but if you're not holding it, you can't read it. And anybody else who touches it,
I'll make sure it doesn't trigger my other anti-psionics thing.
Okay.
This is kind of important. Are you okay?
As you want.
I'm going on Freebird real quick, and then we can have our talk.
Yeah.
That's about what I expected.
I gotta see.
I'll take
At least thirds.
Alright, welcome to the rabbit
You
hole.
gotta hold it and think about what
You
you
know
want to
how I
say,
listed?
and
I
write
asked
it
that
down
you
on a piece
please
of paper
leave.
later, and the others will get it on theirs.
Yeah, long meetings.
Basically like a phone.
Anyone take notes for that guy who's asking for them?
I have a lot of people on to keep my mind open and practicing and being better to defend. No. Everything.
I'll go home.
I just needed.
Okay, nephew.
I'll go home.
Be safe. Okay.
You
Take
go.
care.
You go home.
I'll go home soon.
Online. Any trouble? You know.
Bye.
I don't have my gear.
I don't have mine either.
I have mine.
I'm here.
Are they attacking, or are they just fucking walking around?
I mean, you can freeze them down a little bit too.
You're just
Oh, it's a wyvern.
You're just scouting. You're just scouting.
Yeah, as long as you go in there or attack, it should be okay. But I'm not have my weapon.
If we leave them be, they won't bother us.
They shouldn't.
Very much.
You're just scouting.
So let's leave them alone.
Yeah.
Mori.
They're just scouting from what it seems.
You're just standing there menacingly.
Alright. Before the meeting, get to the meeting.
Well, if you want to know what we're fighting, there's one standing right on the corner. Don't shoot it. As long as it's not attacking us and you stay out of that area, you should just look.
It is just
Yeah,
stand in there.
don't attack it unless it attacks us first.
Yeah, don't aggravate it. Just that's one of them. That's what you're looking at.
You know. You reckon a Pedro would be alright? Or nah?
No, do not engage them if they are behind there. If they are not attacking anyone, that's technically their territory, and there's a bit of a semi-truce going on.
No, for
like walk.
And they put a very big.
It's alright if you're walking back
What
that way.
the fuck? Oh, all the Cerberus was dancing to music just earlier.
I know they were.
They was grooving.
Yeah, they're on the gate. They just asked me if everything's alright, so I can't access the radio.
Man, what the
So
fuck?
I want to sit around here since my gun does a chunk to that big fuck. Also, hello, Threat. Hi,
Hello.
Threat. Good seeing you. How are we?
I am operational and happy.
Stupid.
Excellent. That's all we can ask for.
But I think we should not let it just walk around all like this.
I agree, but we need to figure out a way to close the portal, because if we shoot it, then the
Big
Vex are
hole.
just going to come through. We wanna...
There is no reason to attack
Big
if
hole.
it is not damaging. It would likely just cause more destruction.
Yeah, that too.
Unless it starts attacking, and then it is good to
I
fight.
agree with you, big guy. No, I would...
No. Big hole around the entire portal. So when they step out,
God, Cerberus is slow.
instantly fall in hole.
They've just now noticed the big
Oh. Stretching. Exercise.
Oh yeah, I have been. Oh, literally all last night I was studying bug all day. She just. All last night.
I've been distracted playing Minecraft.
Oh, what's up?
Is Maury still inside?
I did not see them leave, but also they can kind of digitize away really quickly, so... Here, I'll look for you right quick.
Maury, you up there?
Hi.
Maury's over there.
Gotcha, just checking. Nah, they're not up there right now.
Okay.
Maury's
They're speaking to
over there.
Andrew.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Ethan, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
I've just sent several Vex
Wait.
networks just went down, completely destroyed, on the path to the portal that seems to lead
You be
directly
careful.
into that mountain.
There might be...
Something is about to emerge from the portal any moment now. All units are
Ready.
ready to destroy the Vex. They're crippled completely. It's just
Are we-
right through them.
So what? Are we prepping to take this thing down
I
whenever it
am
comes
glad
through?
you have been enjoying
I
the
have
server.
no idea.
I've been playing
I died.
too much.
I'll stand.
I think
I'll be
I'm
on standby
obsessed.
then.
I fell into acid. It was my fault. I tried to do something quirky. It was not quirky enough. I was
I can
unquirkified.
help you with something if you want.
Understood.
I recently died in the nether in lava and lost all my stuff. But
I feel you.
it's okay, because I can buy... Because I cured a blacksmith villager, like, twice. I can buy full diamond armor, which is 4 emeralds. Because of that.
I need to talk to you.
It has been recommended to me several times to add a grave system or keep inventory. Though I have been reluctant.
I guess because,
I am unsure if it will either help or hinder fun.
Idaho?
yeah, I think when it comes to a big server, because one of the main reasons I die is lag. So if I lose all my stuff because of lag,
then you are
it's the worst feeling ever.
You could do vote.
Oh. This is true?
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn it. I just kind of fucking like breathe like a head cold. Oh, fucking nowhere. It's not crazy. Like, no worry. It's not like, oh man, Nick's been affected by the. I think it's because I've been messing around with so many.
Portal.
Yeah, we already know. It's okay. We don't need to. It's alright.
Like not Vex smelling things. I don't know.
Something
What the
was
fuck?
not right.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it.
I don't smell Vex.
Why is he
Report from the comms of VMR and Cerberus, Vex activity increased.
Oh, tell him to shut up.
There is something that is not about.
No, as in readings of more
He has
Vex
a head
activity,
cold.
so
That's Ethan.
Okay, we should. I'm not drunk. This is not me drunk. I wish this was me drunk. This is not.
I think she should know that Ethan just stepped over
There is something blue.
By the throat. He just got picked up.
And now my girlfriend's going in there.
It says I will be arrested. Should I go?
No, you won't be arrested.
But it says I will
No,
be
I'll
arrested.
get Cerberus. I'll tell Cerberus to shut the fuck up.
No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Watch this, watch this, watch this.
Okay. Should I go?
Oh, there's another one. Oh, god damn it, the bastards. They're smart. There you go.
Should I go?
There you go. You're good. Go get him, Chief.
Okay.
You're good.
Down there.
I don't know the full story of things.
Yes, stop.
Oh god, dude.
Pulling off, gotta finish pulling off.
Oh, I can feel my brain like racking around.
Why are they over there? Why?
Cause I don't know why Ethan went over there. He probably heard something that none of us could hear, but then that thing appeared and picked him up by the throat. So other people ran over, but now they're talking. So we're keeping it close.
Bing bong. Steam VR crashed. I love Steam VR crashing. It's so fun. La 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 la. Especially at key moments. That's the best time for it to crash. Yippee! I love it. It's so fun.
I love it. JW and Etsy accidentally leaves the area, like, right.
Off I go, off I go, off I go. Off I go, off I go, off I go. Off I go, off I go, off I go.
If someone's trying to communicate with the Vex, I'd like to know who it is and why they're doing it, and how it's going.
I'm to reload a lot of models though. Looks like.
need to.
I heard you can do this in Night City.
Although they do great work, this isn't their district. You know what I mean?
Actually,
They
it
have
is
to
now.
be careful.
BMO has them on contract.
Yeah. Yeah, but the district is still on a district. They start
VMR have them on contract and VMR on land.
Right, but they need to be careful because when LF units have come on by, they have kept guns high, and if they do that, technically LF overstates them, and they don't fucking listen.
Has there been any changes?
Still talking. I'm seeing.
At least they are talking and not grabbing each other by the throat anymore.
I mean, he was punching things. Doesn't help.
It does not.
So, keeping an eye. I know my girlfriend's in there, so I prefer seeing what's going on.
Understandable. It seems they are walking away.
He's walking away. He's following.
Slowly.
It is confused. Give it some space.
Okay.
Understandable.
What do you use it? Oh, fuck, voices. Oh, wait, no, AIs. Okay, my bad.
I should probably.
You look a bit
taller.
Are you floating? No, fine. Hey, what? What? No, I'm not taller. This is... What? No.
You insane? Is that very
Am I
interesting?
insane?
I don't know.
He looks taller, right?
Do I look
Yeah,
taller?
no, you do actually
Yes.
look bigger. Yeah, you do actually.
Yeah, Vic, you're
You
almost
grow
eye height with
spurt?
me, big man.
I do? What?
You are bigger.
Did you growth spurt or something?
You are big.
Oh, hold on. Hold up.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. I don't know why that was... Wow, okay. I don't know why that was set that way. My bad.
Okay, there we go. See, I'm not too insane. It was flexory. Alright.
I got to enjoy what being tall felt like. Oh, great memories.
Would you like to
I would
feel
like to know how that
taller?
feels, eh?
You're gonna pick me up and it's not gonna be the same. Like, I've always done the same thing.
Enlarge and reduce at some point, like Star Wars. I think it'd be fun. I never combat stuff. I just want to make small people big and big people small.
Kind of need to find Mori and have a chat with him. Give him a thought, and I don't know when we'll all be together again.
Where's Maury?
I don't know. She's currently floating around in data form. Even I lost track of her.
He's first.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, you also have a
You're
cold.
just
You're off
fine.
cold medicine.
It's disgusting.
I've already taken some medicine. It's okay. This is just after effects.
I don't give a shit. It was funny.
Yeah, no, I was trying
Like, your car wouldn't have done anything to me.
I'm gonna go over here.
Oh, one sec. I'm gonna just do something really funny real quick.
Man, my old girlfriend just loves disappearing.
Yes.
I love it when my girlfriend disappears almost every day. It totally does not rack my fucking nerves.
Nerves.
It's
Rats.
alright. Just wish she would communicate more, but I'm sure I can talk to her about it. Come on, check one. Guess.
I might break everything.
But it's a workshop, so you just put it back together, right? That's how that works.
Okay, so basically the workshop, it's an underground bunker. It's got a workshop, it's got living space, it's a safe place. I'm working on a combat area. That's
Would
up
it
to
be
you,
okay with small explosions?
Yeah, I'm working on making sure it's capable of that. We make magic.
Maury
Have we
has
been properly
all the
introduced?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from Rogue because he was gonna run.
I heard you were with the Valentis, and I know you're friends with Maury, so I imagine things have just gotten too crazy for us to have been made proper introductions. So once Maury is no longer busy, we can get that conversation.
It's important that I train.
But hello, I am Marge.
Hello. Designation is A-309.
A-309.
You joined the Minecraft server.
Hello.
As I've heard.
Yes.
Minecraft's fun.
It is
I'm not much of a gamer, but I like it.
running in my systems as a stress test.
So I mean, technically, it's a
what
villain. What did you do? Well, what happened?
Nothing. So, there's like a mod that adds butterflies. Nathaniel found a brown butterfly. He called up Marge. I took it home.
I didn't even understand a word that guy said.
No. Stop.
Stop.
I enjoy Minecraft.
If you would like an invite, I am potentially reopening them very soon. As the server is performing.
I'm unfortunately a very busy woman. I'll just watch Nathio play.
Yeah.
He needs things to do while I work.
Walking out.
I would say you could also watch me, but I would have to hook myself up to a screen.
I imagine there's some sort of parlay going on. Because the people who are speaking with him don't seem to, okay. Let's not crowd him, guys. Scared. I think he's just out of his element.
Hello. Designation is A-309.
Nice to meet you, A-309. I'm Maury. I can provide equipment, explosives, ammo, things like that.
Okay. I can provide Minecraft and guns.
Oh yeah, Flurry. Would you be capable of making a nice suit for Finn?
Yeah. Okay. Can we get suit for anyone?
There was a whole metaversal Minecraft
No, I just know if you're available for a project or not. So. I'm like, I know designers. I got you. So I figured you're right here last.
Well, hopefully you will be able to play this time. Feel free to contact me later.
Thank you.
I do not know where our other blue-haired friend went.
I do
The
not.
tall blue-haired friend. Do you know where the tall blue-haired friend went?
The Guardian
There she is.
that came through the portal is Vex.
Oh, yep, that's them. That's them down there. Okay.
Neutral.
He's not Vex, he's just Vex looking.
I was just told he was Vex. What do you mean?
He just looks like it.
He looks like it. He's not one.
So you have to.
They're like the hunters, like the monster hunters.
That guy told me, that guy in purple told me that he is a Vex
I just need a quick
Guardian.
Don't overthink it, tell Cerberus no.
Finn wants to speak with you at some point, but it doesn't have to be like instant.
Okay.
It's just at some point in the next week.
Jesus fucking Christ. You can't just say,
There you
oh,
go.
he's
That's all
a
I needed to
Vex
pass on.
Guardian, and not just a Guardian wearing Vex gear. For fuck's sake. I love my job. It's fun. Stress.
You good?
No,
Excellent.
I'm not good.
No, not what I meant. I mean, like, are you good to
Want me to
talk
come
right
along?
now?
Yes.
Okay, come on. We're not in there.
Maury, do you want me to come along? He's sleeping. I ain't trying to wake him up. I tried.
Oh, whoops.
He's not waking up. He was snoring earlier. He's out.
Exactly. I'm.
Just for a little bit. I'll just have to talk something out and then
Hi. My chippies. Hello. My potato chips.
Alright. Let's go before I get any more pissed off.
You opened it. I have a clip.
I gotta finish it. I have to finish it.
Hi.
Man, I sure hope you don't smell like pork.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Just play fine.
Hey. What the fuck is...
Right. Gotta go get
Hello? Husband.
You wanna go? You wanna go?
Okay, maybe.
We can play. What is it?
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty fucking
I am
full of this shit.
going to head out. I think Maury is too busy and distracted to talk currently.
Hang on, I need to...
Stay
hang on,
safe. If you need anything, tell Maury to give you my comms. I'm trying to take off my Slack. Ignore me.
Okay. If you would not mind, can you tell her to talk to me on Minecraft later?
Be advised, I'm about to participate in a street fight, so don't help me. This is mine.
I'm gonna peek around a little to see if Jack is still here. As if he's still here, I will swap.
Aww. Can you use my drone and watch it?
That's great. Stay on the fucking wall.
Can I?
Mutants? I don't care about the mutants. The mutants, they
Glowy lady. She looks so good. I haven't roleplayed with her in a really long time. I'm excited to see her again.
With my girlfriend, just lap princess, and just turn on an absolutely garbage movie. Something completely trash. Brain dead just for background noise. Don't care about anything else. Background noise, girlfriend.
I don't see him, but I really want to play River, and I didn't get to play River last week because Powder wasn't here last week, and neither was Galaxy. Jerry's still in the instance. He's still in the instance. I'll just stay tiny. I'm just gonna stay tiny. And I'll use one of my avatars that can fly.
Over to bunker. Wait, what the fuck?
You could have also just turned off full body, gone half body, and then sat.
I did not walking in. Miss Hazel probably playing Fortnite or something.
What do you think of my little guy here?
I like.
One second, I'm gonna get this thing swapped over because I'm.
Minecraft.
That is certainly a little guy, and he's
He's a little 4 foot 3.
Minecraft. They didn't like my suggestion to have important talks on the Minecraft server.
Personally, I thought it would be funny.
It would be funny!
Make just like a secondary Minecraft server that we just run just for the meetings and have little Minecraft avatars. We have a little Minecraft
They
table.
would
We also have
never
the Minecraft
expect
tables.
to look there.
They would.
It was a legitimate suggestion, considering some people are offended by magic.
Okay, so here's the thing.
One person.
Finn barely knows what Minecraft is, and 2 has never fucking played it.
Okay, here's the thing.
Fine.
All we
It's
would-
the easiest
what you know,
game,
just
and it
go on a
runs on an
peaceful Minecraft server
iPad.
And no, this is how you walk around. This is how you look. And to type, you press T, and then type what you want, and then hit Enter. And that's pretty much all you need to know.
They'd never expect.
Man, I wonder what kind of. Makes me wonder what kind of Minecraft player would Finn be.
How you doing, man?
Big
He
never
probably would like
expect.
to build big shit or something. I don't know.
No, he'd be a farmer. He'd be a farmer.
Yes.
Bro, he'd be living like Thanos on a Minecraft
It's
server.
like, oh. Meanwhile, A3 is just being a little gremlin on the server and not actually building anything yet.
Vidar playing Valheim with fucking Ragnar. Brother, I have eaten every single carrot we have.
I've eaten every single carrot we have.
I was hungry.
I was so
You only
hungry.
eat carrots. You need to balance your diet. You know that, right?
Oh, that's okay. That's also why I ate all of our sausage and jerky too.
No, not the sausage and jerky.
Yeah, sausage is like a goated.
You want to know her story? Her story is that she spent
I'm gonna go be slightly risky because
Vidar's favorite
neither of them is gonna come pick me up.
Would be to brew the fucking meads. That would absolutely be his favorite
Hopefully
thing.
I don't die or get kidnapped.
Yes.